training plan is the first thing your eyes see. Cause he got more follows than my boy Eric Dicey. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin. Who cheated who, which engine did he hacking? He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a like from Truong. He's got lightning attacks on GM blunders and gaffes. True, not over the board, it's only the other chat. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction, the status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 alt accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatworks what we need, G. Sweatworks what I believe. Ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I stepped away from easy. Sweatworks what we need, G. If sweatworks what I believe. Ratings what I'll receive. So Joe got into the business, stopped the app sickness, daily practices rhythm, he even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic, postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for ELO farming. With notepad and pen, he built up calluses, escape rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. Now he locked to the spot where they checking off boxes. Young prodigies and some wily old foxes. 3.5 points per box, that's shocking progress. Goal nearing, cohort cheering, Joe doesn't hear it. He's monotasking, no relaxing, concentration maxing. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work, will work, work, never stop. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work, will work, work, never stop. Now occasionally, he peeps the world of the tweet and laughs when he sees the player that he used to be. Blank face staring, complex plans comparing while he's dojo training. Hours a day playing out positions, transpositions, and growing his board vision. Transition from poser to player, focus without a care. He leaves them complaining in his dust, staying with their week-old ratings. Blast past his week-old rating, each week's a new occasion. He never takes vacation, the work is entertaining, the growth he's maintaining. And now Joe is explaining, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatworks what we need, G. If sweatworks what I believe. Ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatworks what we need, G. If sweatworks what I believe. Ratings what I'll receive. Welcome to the dojo.
Welcome to the dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to gloat when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause the crowd is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see, cause he got more follows than my boy Eric Dicey. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin. Who cheated who, which engine did he hacking? He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a like from Truong. He's got lightning attacks on GM blunders and gaffes. True, not over the board, it's only the other chat. Still his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction, the status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 alt accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatworks what we need, G. Sweatworks what I believe. Ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I stepped away from easy. Sweatworks what we need, G. If sweatworks what I believe. Ratings ratings what I'll receive. So Joe got into the business, stopped the app sickness, daily practices rhythm, he even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic, postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for ELO farming. With notepad and pen, he built up calluses, escape rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. Now he locked to the spot where they checking off boxes. Young prodigies and some wily old foxes. 3.5 points per box, that's shocking progress. Goal nearing, cohort cheering, Joe doesn't hear it. He's monotasking, no relaxing, concentration maxing. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work, will work, work, never stop. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work will work, will work, work, never stop. Now occasionally, he peeps the world of the tweet and laughs when he sees the player that he used to be. Blank face staring, complex plans comparing while he's dojo training. Hours a day playing out positions, transpositions, and growing his board vision. Transition from poser to player, focus without a care. He leaves them complaining in his dust, staying with their week-old ratings. Blast past his week-old rating, each week's a new occasion. He never takes vacation, the work is entertaining, the growth he's maintaining. And now Joe is explaining, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need you, if Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need you, if Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Welcome to the dojo!
Welcome to the dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to gloat when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause the crowd is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see, cause he got more follows than my boy Eric Dicey. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin, who cheated who, which engine
That
did he
ain't
hacking.
Mouse.
He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a like from Truong. He's got lightning attacks on GM blunders and gaffes. True, not over the board, it's only the other chat. Still, his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he ruses in action. Awaits satisfaction, the status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 alt accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Bra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day.
All right, my friends, here we go to the game review. Let's get a little window capture that's correct. Ba-boom. Let's get another one that's correct. Where did it go? Confused. Here it goes. Boom. Boom. I think I had a problem. I had a complaint from Matt Chess about my sound. If it's all messed up, you let me know. See, he was like, you're too soft. Can't hear you, buddy. Now let's actually go this template for a second also. And we'll just fix this up a little bit. So if I just make this bigger, darn it. That looks good. Okay, so I am going to first enter this guy's info as well as mine. So I was white. And I'm a chump, like 2385, working my way back to 2400. GM. And now this kid is Zhu Sean. I don't know. Let's go look him up. Sean Zhu Chess. Let's do this right. Sean Zhu, born 2013. These kids are young, my friend. These kids are young. And he's rated, can't even tell. Can't even figure it out. He's like 2100. All right. And does he have a title? He's a candidate master. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. I didn't have that. That was like a Russian thing, dude. We didn't have no candidate masters. Now this would have been Friday night. Yeah. And of course it lasted. This game lasted forever. Baltimore Open. And this is going to be round 1. Okay, good. Let's go. Yellow. I do need to go back and make that. But you know what it was? That nobody liked those, dude. So I have to continue them. I think I stopped at like 1,600. They were getting very few views was the issue. So I kind of got, I let myself get discouraged. Let's actually look. Let's look at this CM question. What is a candidate master? It indicates key details. Right. It says requires a FIDE classical of 2200, but it can also be achieved by performing well in various events. So a lot of these kids maybe got candidate master by winning some junior business. Like this guy's not 2200. But okay. So let's get to it. Okay, so D4, knight f6, knight f3, g6, c4, bishop g7, knight c3, castles, e4, d6, bishop e2. Now, oh, I have to start at the top, my friend. Do the time control. This is going to be update. Yeah. All right, so bishop e2, and I want to say here, I spent so much time on the Makaganov, that's with h3. But it wrecks my nerves. And so I feel more comfortable with my ancient line. Okay, so here we go. Bishop e2, e5, d5, a5. Maybe, you know, I want to actually look at this move with the computer later because I think that's a key issue. Whereas this one I feel a little bit more comfortable with. Here we go. Knight a6, knight d2, queen e8, castles. All right, now I've got 134. This is the old way of playing. Pretty sure it's more accurate to wait. Wait to castle, that is. All right, so here we go. Bishop d7. He's got 132. I play. This is all theory Bashmiri. Knight h7. 130. a3. 134. h5. 130. F3, 134. Bishop H6, 129. Rook B1, 135. Bishop E3, 120. So, from the time spent and his next move, it's clear he feels at sea. White has won the battle of the opening. Okay, so King H1. And now Knight C5 question mark. 117. Is, of course, the main question. I might, actually I will, after this is done, I'll look at what the computer says about this position. All right, so Knight C5. I play Knight B5 quickly. Do I deserve an exclamation point? No. It's just I knew this position. So I didn't know this particular position, but I've seen so many of these Knight B5s, you know. Okay. And I'm gonna give myself, I'm gonna call it a clear advantage here. Okay. Black now has a difficult life. All right, Queen B8. Now, I'm gonna give it one of these ones. Black dreams of freeing himself with C6. Okay. B4. 123. So my first little think there. He goes AB, AB, Knight A4. And the question was Rook A2. This was the reason I spent time on B4. I'll say it was my intention. Yeah, it's a bad business. If we imagine DC, I have Bishop F2. I mean, it's a very bad life. It's a very bad life, my friend. Let's just call it clear advantage for white. It might be winning completely. We'll just call it clear advantage. All right, so knight a4. And we'll put the time up there. He's at 109. In my experience, all King's Indian games, even though they have a different, I think we should call it the King's Indian time graph even, because it always begins with, generally begins with players not spending any time for the first several moves, and then it gets so complicated that they're tanking big time. All right, knight a4. Rook b3. So I got 122. And now bishop h6 with a huge tank. The main reason Black loses this game is his use of time. Right. Okay. So bishop h6. I should do a couple variations here. I'm having trouble having this thing stay put so I can look at my score sheet. Oh, buddy. Something like that. Okay. Oh, make it right. Make it right, buddy. There you go. Okay, so bishop b5. Rook e3, bishop d7, rook a3. We're going to call it clear advantage. Machine might say winning. Machine might say win. All right. So he plays bishop h6. All right. And I think I play a nice move. $114. Who knows what the machine will say? This was a hard and dissatisfying move to play. But I think it's right. Working against c6. Okay, so knight b1. I'm going to give myself an exclam. It's funny, with the Dojo time graph, I currently have a rating of 14 because of moving. So I've moved so fast up to this point. Foos Chess, what openings would you characterize as not normally requiring a big tank? Openings which you have a feel for and aren't necessarily completely hectic. Like King's Indian, it's gonna get hectic, dude, and it'll be openings that you potentially aren't just lost if you make a mistake. Like the Rui Lopez, classical Rui Lopez. You're not going to lose, if you make an inaccuracy. Here, it's already looking real bad for black, allowing knight b5. Yeah. Najdorf is a little bit similar, I think. No, in my experience, it's often not quite as hectic as... Yeah, it could be very hectic. What am I saying? But anyways, a bunch of theory and then complete madness. Okay. I think we could call it a hockey stick graph because it goes like that. All right. So, knight b1. Dude now tanks forever and plays f5. He's got 23 minutes left. Again, too long. Yeah, way too long. All right. I played EF instantly. I want to open the position while his queen's way over there. And now he plays bishop f5 and quickly. And now I played rook a3. And I played it fairly quickly. Okay, so what we want to say is, after the game, or rather, let's put it this way, in my analysis, I got a little mad at this move as being lazy. But I see my way to a nice position here and only have to spend a couple minutes on it. So can't be that bad. All right, so Wiley says, when should beginners think of studying openings? There's so many different opinions out there. Trust the Dojo training program. The Dojo training program says do not do it until you get to about 1250 chess.com. I have done a lot of looking at players' games under that level, above that level. Trust me. Okay. So the other move, which would have been pretty interesting, is bishop f2. And the point is to play this move, I'd need to see the hidden point. Knight f6. Let's just try that first. Rook a3. Knight b6. Bishop takes b6. Exclam. Rook a3. Bishop c7. Plus, minus. What a move. So yeah, that would be something that I would have had to invest some time in to find that idea. All right. Now, let's go over here to my notes. Okay. And I just criticize myself for a second. Like this game, I win this game, but I make it way more difficult. And the problem is I don't knock him out. I have beautiful position. I'm not knocking him out. So yeah, we'd like to knock these fools out. Bishop F2, it's a real hummer. Okay. Knight B6. Rook takes. Knight takes. Yeah, what has he got? Knight takes. He did think about this? Yeah. So he's down to 15 minutes. I play C5, and I've got an hour left. now I have a Dojo time management rating of 369, and he's got a rating of 1422. I'm laughing because I think the Dojo time rating is great, but especially it needs to be averaged across several games. If you play a King's Indian game, like I'm saying, that it's going to look kind of funny. Cross Online says, Jesse answered this in a Q&A. I'd say no opening. Yeah. Oh, well, that was just what I said, right? Thank you, Cross Online. Okay. So here we go, C5. And he plays Rook F7. Intending maybe Bishop F8 at some point. Okay. He's got 11 minutes left. Knight BC3. I believe this position is just winning here. By the way, it says 1863 people are watching on Twitch. That's just, people watching on chess.com. I don't even know if they're watching. But in any case, if you are joining us, the Dojo training program says that we got to play longer games and analyze them. So that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm doing. All right, so now 59. Natural enough move. Maybe write that, natural enough. And he plays Bishop. I'm going to say plus minus. So I'm going to say white is definitely strategically winning, but black's structure is surprisingly resilient. All right, now he plays Bishop E3, and he's got 9 left. And this is like a frisky move. Give it one of these marks. Probably not the best, really. So Bishop F8. Bishop C4. King G7. G4. FG. FG. I don't know about this G4 stuff, actually. No, it is okay. See, even here, I mean, it looks really good. All right, so bishop e3, frisky. Bishop c4. And now tanks again and plays bishop g5. Black is flailing all around. And I knew I should have a path to a clear win here. Or rather, I felt. But I was frustrated when nothing especially clear appeared. Okay. So I'm gonna now start sliding. I'm gonna start sliding now. Ay, ay, ay. All right. And yeah, I tank here, bruv. Tank. And I'm down to 38 all of a sudden. A terrible tank. Both bishop g5 and this move are great. So it's a real shame to lose all that time. Okay, so let's look at bishop g5. Really, this move should be automatic. I want to get at his dark squares, and I want to trade all the minors which are not the knight a8. All right, so knight g5, queen d2, knight h7, rook a1, I was upset that this wasn't cleanly or completely over. Let's say king g7. And we're going to call that plus minus, and we're going to say basic chess. Now, I'm sure there's something more aggressive than that, but dude, this is a hard life over here, man. This is a hard life for this person. All right, let's do another variation that I wrote down here. Also, a simple path. But notice, it's not knocking him out, and that's what was killing me. I was like, this guy's got to go, blah, blah, blah. You know. Okay, so bishop f2. Bishop f2 is also winning, but I'm going to give it a funky mark. Because it's just bishop g5 makes so much more sense. Foos chess, don't make it complicated, but don't make it complicated. All right, bishop e7. Now dude's got 3 minutes left. Oh, man. And I played the very basic bishop e3. Simple improvement. All right. Now, I got the score sheet wrong, which always suggests that that things went wrong. So, that things in my head were wrong. All right. Now, let me just make sure I have the score sheet right. Yeah. All right, so dude played king g7. And now I play my first really bad move of the game. Okay, terrible. All right, so the poor intuition behind this move, this lemon, was wait, did you put in the time? Yeah, so I'm down 94, down to 30 minutes. Was 1. What is knight c3 doing? Two, bishop f5 is his best piece, and he shouldn't trade it. 3, was incredibly frustrated in how difficult the position was to break down, and told myself that I had to make a move. Yeah. Okay, so '94, and we want to now look at what I should have done. And H3 looks pretty good. H3 is a candidate. Is good, but you'd need to contend with H4. And then Queen D2 looks simple and strong. It's amazing I did do this. Simple and opens rook a1 and can do h3 later. Yeah. So I'm going to claim that this is still a winning position here. Okay. So knight e4. Oh, that was a bad move. I was really in a lemon. All right. So bishop takes. He's got 2 minutes. Pawn takes. Rook f1, queen f1. Knight f6. Now black's position is much easier to play. That's a real bummer here. All right. So, I play bishop d3. Okay. If c6 is a threat, then I need to play cd. So, for example, cd, cd, bishop d3. And we're going to call this, I mean, knight c7 is the problem. I just realized something. Could I do this? I don't think I have much. Anyways, knight c7, this would be a funky move to throw at him. Yeah, so we'll just say that's a sad small advantage for white. Oh, okay. So, bishop d3. He now plays c6. And of course, he doesn't have no time. And I played knight c3. Okay. All right, so I played this move like a sad sack. Sad. in my notes to this game, I got the position wrong. I don't like knight c3 at all, by the way. It's just freaking awful. Still looks winning. All right, let's do that again. No, bruv. It's still work. You got to do some work. But, you know, this is a winning. This is what they call a winning position. Excuse me. Oh, man. It just gets worse and worse. All right, knight c3. Knight c7. And now I play a weird move. A gambler's move. Now, he plays queen f8, reasonable move. Let's give him even an X-Lam for that. He's got 1 minute left. And we'll say the trap was boom, 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 boom. Plus minus, and we'll say no knight f4. That's the point of playing g3 like a jerk face. That's the point of playing g3 like a jerk face. Okay, so g3. Queen f8. Now I don't think I have anything, dude. All right. DC, BC. Actually, in DC, I've got 19 left. BC. And now knight a4. I've got 18 left. And now he plays knight g4. Okay. Black, understandably, wants to simplify the situation. So he could play d5, and I just find that unclear. He could also play knight d7. I'm going to say, is the safe move. He might even be better after that, dude. You know? I'm going to give him even a small advantage, knight d7. All right, so here we go. Okay. Queen takes. It says bishop takes. Bishop g1. All right. Now he plays knight e6. Bishop c4. I'm going to give myself a small advantage here. King f6, knight b6, and I've got 13 left. He plays king e7. Just do a variation here. Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to say plus minus. All right, so king e7. Oh, wait. Right. Okay, hold on. So I could have also played here h3, knight h6, knight b6, king e7, knight c8, king d7, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, knight f7. And we're going to call that equal. For example, bishop e3, knight d6, bishop d3, c5. Equal. Give him an exclam for c5. Just end this thing. End it before it gets wrecked. All right, so king e7, knight c8, king d7, knight d6, bishop takes, pawn takes, and now knight f6 exclam. If king d6, I have bishop b8, and I'm going to call that clear advantage. So he goes knight f6, king g2. Let's give myself an exclam. And now king d6. If knight e4, we're going to say this is a clear advantage to white. And now I play bishop a7. If knight d7, I have h4. So knight e4. Check to the miserable king. Bishop e5. And let's say from a practical perspective, this is a clear advantage. The issue is knights are still tricky, and the pawns might come off. I gotta keep the queen pawns on. Okay, so here we go. All right, he plays knight f6. Right. The issue with g5 is bishop e2 exclam. It's little difficult still for the men. All right, so knight f6. Bishop d3. I got 6 minutes left, and I think I'll give it an exclam. I don't know. A lot of exclams here, buddy. But the problem is, if I play king f3, knight g4, counterplay. If I play h4, he might have g5. I don't know. And if bishop b2, knight d5, bishop takes, pawn takes, we'll say black should hold. All right, so bishop d3. g5, bishop c3, knight d5, bishop d2, king f6, king f3. Now he plays king e5. If g4, it looks like I have king e4, knight g5. This is funny. I have bishop takes as being plus minus, but that's not true. That isn't true. Wait a second. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Oh. I was thinking bishop takes knight. In my notes, I have bishop takes knight as winning, but it doesn't work. Uh-oh. So wait a second. I think king e5 might be a big mistake. Huh. The problem is, hold on, the problem is it's still hard for him to hold on to this pawn. So, for example, I still think it's a clear advantage for white. All right, king e5, maybe a mistake. Let's give it an accuracy, call it. I didn't notice that on the review. Okay, so king e5. Oh, ¿dónde está, baby? ¿Dónde está? I can't even find my life. All right. Bishop g6. And now black has a choice. He plays h4. If knight f6, he always is getting hosed here. Interestingly, on knight d4, maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's still going to be lost. Okay, so no knight f6. g4, king f2. It's actually very similar to our other position. I mean, maybe it's winning. That one looks winning, right? That one looks winning. Okay, so h4. I played GH, king g4. Now I gotta believe this is winning. Let's call it that. It's still very technical, but I think it's still winning. All right, king g4. I don't know what position you mean b5 in. All right. Where's my good friend king g4? No, can you find it? I can't find anything. Here we go. Knight ef4. Bishop f7, and I got 4 minutes left. Knight d3. All right. So now I played bishop d5. I think this is correct. If I play king h4, knight 3 b4. Bishop takes, knight takes, king g5, knight d3. We're going to say equal, because he's about to get h4, knight f4. Bishop d5, king takes, king h4. And now he finds a nice move, knight e5, exclam. If king c4, king g5, knight b4, h4 plus minus. Yeah. Okay. So 95 exclam. Bishop e3. I'm trying to get this. Knight d3. And now I went back. If I go here, king e6. g6, knight d5, bishop g5, knight e7, exclam, bishop takes, king takes. And we're going to call this equal. This king g7, c5. Whew! All right, bishop d2. e5, king g3. Now he's going to play king c4. If he plays knight g6, then I have this good move, bishop e3, exclam. Here. F4. King F4. Knight G6. King G5. Knight E5. And actually, we should calculate knight D3. King E4. Double exclam. Double exclam. So the point is, knight takes, bishop takes, king takes, H4, C5. If here, here. So C5, here, 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 here. Plus and minus. Dang. Dang. All right, so yeah, King D3, King E4, and if C5, B5. Oh, buddy. Whew. Man. Did I see that in the game? I don't know. I don't know. All right, so knight G6. All right, we do a little dance here. King G5, knight E5. King, knight, king, knight. King, knight, exclam, baby. Oh, I sometimes play good moves. Sometimes. Let's see here. I didn't mark all the times, but I know that when I next play H4, I've got 1 minute left. All right, bishop E7. Bishop G5, excellent. So he plays knight E5. What is the point? If king B4, I play king F5. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. Let's just put this on here. Bang! And if here, I'm just playing in here. Goodbye. Oh, chess is a beautiful game sometimes. So knight E5. King F4. Wait, does this make sense? All right, King F4. I'm trying to, if King F5, he has knight D3. King D5. He's a fighter. All right. H4. I have 1 minute left. Whew. All right, H4. Knight G6, King E3. And now C5. If knight takes, bishop takes, C5, I have B5, C4, and bishop E7, plus minus. All right, so C5 happens, H5, knight E5, B5, C4, bishop F4. There goes knight G4. If knight F7, I've got B6 here and here. King F3, knight F6, H6. And now he lost on time. Exclam. Yeah, but anyways, this is winning. There it is. So we're gonna save. Oh, yeah, we're gonna save this thing, and that all looks correct. Save and publish. And now we'll go back to this other view for a second. We'll look at what my time score was. Oh, something happened wrong at the very end. Oh, you know what I did? I put in an hour instead of a minute. Common mistake. Where's my H4? So over here. All right, so now we'll go back and look at this time thing. Yeah. Amazing. So interestingly, in this, yesterday's game that I put in, I definitely felt I moved too fast. This one, typical King's Indian hockey stick, Yeah, I don't feel too bad about my time. He definitely had a time problem. This thing is giving him a better time rating than me. Okay, so next thing up, I gotta go log this. Log my time for the day, because I am not gonna be able to do anything after this. How come I'm not being able to do this? I save, I go here. Yes. And then I go annotate classic game, update progress. I add 1 to the list. And today I did. What did I do, buddy? So I'm going to give myself. Oh, it's very clear. I did 3 hours today, exactamundo. So update. Before I came on, I did my own little thing. So I'm going to try to keep this up. I'll be back tomorrow for the grad show, but I'm going to try to keep this kind of thing up because I have to type in my own games. I do my analysis, then I got to type in my own games. How long does it take you to go over long losses from winning positions on average? I would say it doesn't depend on that, and that in general, when I'm working well, the average notebook space that I take up is about 10 pages. That's about my average. Some games easier, some games harder. All right, my friends. Let me just make sure Discord's not yelling at me something. So, all right. What do I want to do? I want to rate somebody. Well, after the emotionally tough loss, it's not the time that's the thing, though, right? It's not the time the thing that's confusing or hard. So many people to raid. Hi, Arsenal. Yeah. Who am I going to raid? I don't know. Let's raid Asmawada. Or let's raid MRF Chess. No idea who that person is. My friends will be back noon Eastern tomorrow. And we're going to do... we are going to do the graduate show. So that'll be noon Eastern tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, I'm so dumb. Thank you, Chess Dojo, for the raid. Thank you. Hope you had a great stream. Thank you so much. 24 people.